talk more about the story, we're joined by Dr. Aykan Erdemir, Senior Director at the Turkey Programme at the Foundation for the Defence of Democracies and a former member of the Turkish Parliament. Good evening to you. So if he hasn't been convicted, why is Osman Kavala still in prison?
Now, Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has made it very clear that he wants Osman Kavala to remain in prison. And he has not only challenged Turkey's courts, but also the Council of Europe, as well as a binding ruling by the European Court of Human Rights. And just a quick reminder, Osman Kavala was acquitted first in a Turkish court of law, but he was re-arrested the very same day under very much the same charges. And 2 years ago, he was also acquitted by the European Court of Human Rights, which issued a binding ruling for his immediate release. But it seems, given the lack of separation between the judicial branch in Turkey and the executive branch, President Erdogan's verdict stands to be the last verdict here.
Well, European officials argue that Kavala's ongoing detention is a violation of the Turkish constitution. Could there be diplomatic implications here?
Now, definitely, there is no way in which there could be any legal grounds for which to keep Osman Kavala in jail now without a conviction for over 4 years. Given the European Court of Human Rights' rulings are binding over Turkish court decisions, according to Turkey's very own constitution, according to the Article 90 of the Turkish constitution, Kavala should have been released immediately. But I think at this point, all Turkish citizens realize that this is a political process, not a legal process. And Osman Kavala, Turkey's leading philanthropist who devoted his life and wealth to upholding pluralism and minority rights in Turkey, is basically targeted by Turkey's ruling coalition for his views, for his values. And this ultimately could also push Turkey out of the Council of Europe, given at this point there are infringement proceedings carried out by Strasbourg against Ankara.
And do you think that this will worsen relations between Turkey and European countries, relations which have already been under strain in recent years?
Now, definitely, if Ankara remains on a clashing course with the Council of Europe, this will undermine relations to the extent that Ankara could lose its voting rights at the Council of Europe, or ultimately could even lose its membership. And in the history of the Council of Europe, there was only one other case in which infringement proceedings took place, and that was against Azerbaijan. And ultimately, Baku took a step back and abided by the ruling of the Council of Europe and the European Court of Human Rights. So I think this is, again, the desire and wish in Strasbourg that Ankara follows the same path as Baku and avoids this clash.
Dr. Erdemir, thank you very much indeed.
Thanks for having me.